Check, check, sound check, 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 sound check. I think we're working. So we're going to see how this goes as old age sets in and my ears go south. Yeah, there you go. So who's home? Who's here? Anybody? Hey, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me lousy? What can you hear? Good morning. So you can hear me okay. Minnesota Oliver and Deer, how the heck are you? Sounds good? Good. So these are skull candy. They got a microphone that I believe is right here. I don't know if that plugs it up or not, but yep. So it should be okay. So, anyways, I got a little story. I'm here. I just came up here. This is the last farm of fodder that we will be doing this year. We're done, unless there's a problem out west in Nebraska. If there's a problem out west in Nebraska, me and my crew will boom hop on a truck trailer, boom, and out we go. But that's going to be a couple 3 weeks from now, or 4 weeks, or maybe not even at all. So anyway, what I want to talk about is my experience at the laundromat last night. So Teresa has been telling me, you guys don't know what I do, what I go through, which I agree. Sometimes Teresa's job, Teresa's job entails things about uh, entails things that we don't see as we're out here on this great adventure that we're here. Teresa's okay. She's going to have her tonsils removed on the 6th of December. She's pretty scared about it, because, there's a recovery time that, she just doesn't want to be dealing with. And I don't blame her. But I like them okay. It's when I'm talking around in windy conditions, I don't know how they are. It's up to you. I actually felt that for the money, they were pretty decent. I prefer I'd say I prefer yeah, what do you call them? The Blue Tiger Elite because they have noise canceling. I could be standing in front of the tractor and it won't make any noise at all. You won't hear it. You'll just hear me, which is nice. So, but anyway, they seem to be pretty good. Go Go Bobo's sister. How you doing? Go Go Bobo. That's funny. Oh, my channel. I checked that. Anyway, so all right, so I'm at the laundromat with Teresa last night 'cause she really wanted me to go, and I was going to watch William. And this old black fella showed up next to me, sat down next to me. He's like, "Hey, brother," fist bumps me. And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I've never met this person before, but I'm the only white guy that's in there. It's like it's rare. Like white people don't go to the laundromat, I guess. And Teresa, because she's Asian, I guess that's perfectly normal for her. I will get into the good and bad sides of the straw job later. I have some footage that I'd like to, voice over as I do that. I'd like Timothy to move a little faster with what he's doing right now. But anyway, with that being said, it doesn't matter. You looking at buying any more tractors? Yeah, four of them. Four new tractors. Four new tractors, three new balers, and a Stinger stack wagon. Possibly five new tractors. I'm going to borrow $1 million. So just so you know. Somebody say nobody likes my videos. No likes if no video. Okay, so yeah, there's lots of video. 8,000 series tractors. Yeah, no, 7,000 series tractors. Problem with 8,000 series tractors is the weight. They're too heavy to put on a truck and trailer. I can't just put them on the truck and the trailer and drive them to where I'm going. I have to mismatch the load, and it's a pain in the balls. So no, they're 7,000 series. I want 7930s. 7920s or 7930s or maybe both. I'm not sure. I kind of want to keep all the tractors the same and all the balers the same, and that's how it's going to go. Yes. Well, I'm just going to lease a building. So anyway, with that being said, let me get on to my story. So we're in the laundromat, and this black man comes to me and He's like, "Hey, brother," fist bumps me, and he starts talking, and then wouldn't you know it, because I'm the only white guy in the place, he wants to talk politics, which I kind of thought about not doing as he was like talking about it, and like, I really want to talk politics with a black man in the South, in a laundromat where I know there are 99% of the people that are in there. Out of 100 people, 99 of them were probably Democrats that always want to have that free ride, and I think I was pretty right about that assessment. But anyhow, the guy starts asking me questions about what I think about, the current state of the nation and things like that, which are just fine because I can hold my own in a debate. And anyway, I'm pretty much convinced now after this conversation with this fellow that the media and their smear campaigns and their lies. And that brings me into another subject too. And I know you guys don't really want to talk about this stuff on this channel, but I think I reach a bigger audience when I do talk about this on here, and my thoughts and my observations, and how it really is. So anyway, we're talking about the current impeachment thing, and I says, well, he says, well, the president will be impeached, and I do agree with him. I agree that Donald Trump is going to be impeached in the House. And I also told him, I said, he's going to be impeached in the House. And then when it gets to the Senate, it's just going to die. I said, it probably won't even hurt, it's just going to die. And he's like, yep. And then they're going to reelect him again. And then they'll impeach him again. I was like, well, wouldn't that be a miraculous and incredible, legacy to be the only, the first, not the first, but the only president, only president to ever be impeached in his first term. And I don't know. I think Andrew Johnson was impeached in his first term. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure. But the only president to be impeached in his first term and then reelected into office and then re-impeached. I mean, it would be amazing if he was impeached and then, I don't know, fuel. Anyways, Timothy just came up. The only one to be impeached, and no, I think he will be impeached. I'm sorry, but he will be impeached, but not removed. The Senate is not going to remove him. Hold on one second. Yeah, what? I was wondering how it was going. You're supposed to grab new stuff and then grab that stuff or put on top. All right. Where did that bucket of oil come from? Why? You weren't low. You only needed a gallon. You were fine. And you make a phone call because I was coming up here anyway. It's wasting time. What do you mean? You got to flip them over. All right. I'll pull the strings, smear them. Right. Yeah. You got one shot with them. That's it. Get new stuff, come get old stuff. That's how you're going to have to do it. You got 500 bales here that's got to be dealt with. So, huh? It matters not to me. Okay. All right, I'm back. You guys hear that conversation? I don't know. Were you able to hear that? The media circus, if they truly find him. All right, crack the whip. Where is D4960? D4960 is it's at this other farm. Okay, good. Did you hear both sides or just half? Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, loud and clear. Cool. Anyway, the so we're there, and I'm talking to this man, and I said to him, I says, well, I said, I think he needs to be reelected because there's nothing in on the Democrat side that is worth a damn. And he says, what do you mean? I says, well, let's see. We got a devout socialist you know, and we've got a far left, uh, left running. I think that Elizabeth Warren is going to be the nominee personally. Uh, but that's who I think is going to be the nominee. Bernie Sanders is just a socialist, and he says, "What's wrong with socialism?" Now we're talking about a man that's in his 70s, and he's like, "What's wrong with socialism?" Well, I says, "What's right about socialism?" Socialism has failed everywhere. And I said, he says, "Well, have you ever tried?" This is how it went. He says, I said to him, I said, "Well, he says, what's wrong with socialism?" I says, "Socialism doesn't work." He says, "It works just fine if it's done correctly." And I told him, I said, flat out, I said, socialism doesn't work. There is not a nation on this planet that has had a socialist government that has worked. And, And I said, there's no nation on this planet that has had socialism that worked. And he says, that's not true. The Norwegian countries, Denmark, Norway, Finland, they're all socialist. I said, no, they're not. Yes, they are. I said, no, sir, they're not. I said, they are very successful capitalist countries that have a high level of socialist programs. Okay. The country is a capitalist country, but they have a lot of social programs. That is what those countries are. Whether you agree with me or not, go home and do your research before you say, well, the candidate Bernie Sanders has said that they're socialist countries. I said, yes, the media does not deny that they're socialist countries. I says, but if you actually look at other news outlets, I'm not going to say Fox. I said OAN, One News Network, OAN, One American. What is wrong with this connection? Yeah, well, holy shit, what is wrong with this thing? Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move a little bit, guys. Maybe this will help. I don't know. I've tried to. I'm gonna go down the other end of the driveway where I can. The camera. Anyway, all right. So, like I was saying, Michael Fazio's in the house. Michael Fazio did come to my house. We had a good time, great conversation. I took him and showed him around. Then I took him to the bus station and put him on a bus and off to New York, and then back to the Philippines he went. He's a funny guy. I really enjoyed my time with him, and he took some video and he never posted it, but that's okay because, you know, he doesn't have to. But there will be a time when I'm in Bohol and me and Michael are going to do some video work in the Philippines where, you know, it's more his audience, and my audience doesn't really the like the Philippine stuff, but there it is. Okay, so I've moved down here to this channel or to this area here. And do I have a tilt steering wheel? I don't, not in this truck. Okay, so I'm gonna stick out right here. Can I stick you here? Okay, I'm back. All right, so what I was saying about this guy and his and this socialism thing, he says to me, he says, "Have you ever tried socialism?" And I told him, "No, I never tried socialism." I said, "Because it doesn't work. It won't work. It's never gonna work." Then he tells me about the Scandinavian countries and Norway, Finland, and all the Norwegian countries, all being socialist, and which they're not. They're capitalist countries with social programs. Some are good, some are not good, but it fits their it fits their agenda. And apparently, oh, you miserable thing. Apparently, it fits their agenda quite well, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's the way they want to run their country, It's their country. They can run it that way. It doesn't bother me in the least. But don't advertise that they're socialist countries because it actually pisses them off. It really does piss them off. So anyway, the president of Sweden, or maybe it was Norway, actually wrote a very a long letter, a letter to our country is socialist. It is not a socialist country. We have social programs just like your country does. And yes, we have socialist programs, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare. You know, all of those things are socialist ideas. It says I'm live. So if I'm live, why am I not live? Am I somewhat back already or no? Yeah? Am I back? So, anyways, I'm back. Okay, it's just bad connection. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. This black fella has been watching TV, CNN, ABC, NBC, CNBC, all of these news stations that are spewing absolute. It's an absolute smear campaign. I don't know whether they're lies or not. You need to really. Journalists used to have to prove their work, you know, or they weren't journalists, they were just talking heads. And I think there's a lot of just talking heads out there on the airwaves that, you know, no video, really? I don't know. Are you serious? No picture? Well, I can't help that. Just goddamn thing. Nothing there. Anyway, well, if you can hear me, that's okay, because who wants to really look at my face anyway? So, anyhow, so this person has listened to all these newscasters, listening to Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren talk about how socialism is so great in these Scandinavian countries, and he believes it. And that's all the farther he needs to go. He doesn't research whether these countries are socialist or not. So in his mind, in his mind, he knows only what Bernie Sanders says, Elizabeth Warren, and the mainstream media say that these are socialist countries and it's working great there. So why won't it work here? Well, it doesn't work there because it's not there. The only places that socialism is are at right now, I believe, is Venezuela and some other South American countries that are just shithole countries now. Largest, right? Am I back? Okay. So, anyways, the media is doing their job. They don't want Donald Trump to be the president again, so they're just smearing and spreading lies and making it so that everything that you see and read is anti-president, the anti-president. You know, today he just did a historic thing. He's the